by telling their followers to mistreat women.
Who is saying that? Who is saying that, Rob? Who has said mistreat women? That is a glaring accusation. Who, sir? Who is saying that? Have you ever heard that on this show? This is the only red pill, like dedicated red pill show, and maybe Brills Zero, and a few others, right? But like, who is saying that? Oh, Andrew Tate. Is that what? Andrew Tate. Who else? Who said that? Who said mistreat women? Where did that come from? No, they didn't. You're talking out of your ass, Rob. No one has said that. Please make me aware of it, because I'll be the first one to tell them to go to hell. No one is saying mistreat women. You can't name a single fucking name. Maybe you could say Andrew Tate, whatever. Name anyone. Do you even know any other personalities besides maybe Andrew and Myron? Do you know anybody? I don't think you do. But you want to speak authoritatively about it. You don't know what you're talking about, Rob.
So do women have value or not? Why are you telling your followers to mistreat women if they have value?
No one is. But what he's mischaracterizing here is the idea of innate value, or is burden of performance. This is where this comes from. Now, he probably picked up on this from Myron at some point, which is directly lifted from my book, The Rational Male, right? Which is that men must become, women just are. That's 2013, right out of the first book. Men must become, women just are. And that's where, and you could take that and run with that, go wherever you want to with that. But the thing is the reason why I threw that out there is like this nice little pithy little idiom, is because that it is indicative, or it's like, it illustrates that men must perform. It's a burden of performance. Our performance, and I don't even think like Shapiro or either one of these guys would argue with me on this, is like men's value, men's respectability. Remember, we're getting the respect thing. Respect is a gendered concept, okay? Men's version of respect is, what do you do that makes you respectable? What do you do that increases your value? What do you do that makes you high value in the first place? So if we're going to say there are high value men and there must be low value men as a result of that as well, where's that established? Is it on a hierarchy? Now you have to acknowledge human beings have value hierarchies. What is that hierarchy based on? They'll say, well, it's dominance. No, it's not dominance. It's based on competency, which is based on performance. They are performance hierarchies. If you want to be a respectable man, if you want to be a high value man, what have you done that would make you respectable? Because the female version of respect is, everybody deserves respect. Common courtesy. I'll respect you and you respect me. It's participation trophy respect. And those are both definitions of the word respect in Webster's dictionary. Those are the ones. So what is it? Well, when we're talking about merit and we're talking about performance and we're talking about, men's quality is based on their performance. What have you done that makes you respectable? What have you done that, I don't, money, muscles, game, I don't care, whatever the fuck it is. Show me what you've done. Like, there's people who I have respect for just because I know what they do. I have a great deal of respect for Mike Sartain, right? Air Force captain. I know his story. I know his backstory. I know everything. He's built an empire. Women love him. And in spite of what other people will say, yes, having the sexual attentions of many beautiful women is a byproduct, is an indicator of that quality. Because women are interested in that high value guy, whether he's really good looking or he's he's the full package, whatever it is. What has that guy done that makes him respectable? Like, you'll say, I don't think people have too much respect for clavicular. I have quite a bit of respect for clavicular, because I think what he's doing, he's definitely sacrificing his own health to do it. He's definitely he's a product. He's a media product, but he knows what the fuck he's playing the game very, very well. So I got to respect the hustle in that respect, like that. And what he's doing, I don't know if I have respect for what he's doing, but for him, he does very well at it, right? But men have an instinctive understanding of a merit-based form of of respect, and that is or value, and that is based on performance. It is a performance hierarchy. If there are high value men, that implies that there are low value men too. Why is that so hard to wrap your fucking head around? Men's agency comes from their performance. It comes from their achievements. It comes from the sum total of what they are. And for man to be a high value man, it takes more for that guy to have something that makes him respectable, that makes him high value than it does for women, because our attraction cues are different. That's why when Myron or myself say, when I say men must become and women just are, the just are part is women being sexy, women being born with innate value. They're in, like I've said this before, and Myron has he's not ripped me off. He's just basically reiterating me. I've said, that women's only first best on sometimes only agency, innate agency, is their sexuality. That's why women take their clothes off whenever they're at a protest. That's why somebody sent me I actually posted this recently. Somebody sent me a magazine rack, or no, it was a book. It was a book rack, and it was like these biographies of like these celebrities and stuff. And on the cover of like 4 or 5 of them, it's the celebrity, the chick, and she's like naked, and she's like, showing like she's sexy and stuff like that. I'm a powerful woman, and it's whatever the celebrity was, and I'm just like, well, they always get naked. Female empowerment is synonymous with sexuality, nakedness. Show me your tits. These tits, or get the fuck out. Right? That's what's meant by that, Rob. That's not, nobody's telling anybody to mistreat anyone. But he can't wrap his head. He won't stop 5 minutes to understand that. Hey, why do these guys really think that? He doesn't care. He doesn't care to know. But he's getting interviewed by Shapiro as if he's some fucking leading expert on the manosphere. Like he's some authority on the manosphere. He is not.
And then they say, okay, well, men have no value. Well, how do you acquire value? How does a man signal value? Well, it's through money, it's through sex, it's through status. Okay, the young guy says, well, how do I get those things?
Well, those are byproducts of performance. That is what comes from, are those the metric themselves? No, those are the byproducts of doing things that merit those effects. Money, muscles, game. You don't get muscles just by wandering around. You go into the gym and you work for them and you get them put on. I don't care how much training you take, you still got to work out. Okay. I don't care how much you could be born into money, sure, but the thing is if you're making money, we have way more respect for a man who has earned, like I've got way more respect for Justin Waller because he's got his own steel construction company. He makes millions of dollars off his steel construction company. I got more respect for Waller than I do for HS Tiki Taki, who makes a lot of money off of his OnlyFans and doing whatever the fuck he is as an influencer, right? But still, they're on the hierarchy. So those aren't. See, the thing is he's conflating the byproducts with the work and the performance that had to go in to get those things in the first place.
And the influencer says, well, you sign up for my fake university, for my overpriced subscription service.
Okay, now we got to the good part here. Keep going. Wait, let's let him go.
You join my Telegram channel where I'm advertising OnlyFans content creators. I mean, it's this very sort of bizarre thing where.
Okay, well, a funny thing is that Rob Henderson also, wait, let me put this on here. Funny thing is that this is basically Rob Henderson's profit model. How do I know that? Because Rob is actually one of the, he's a fellow or something at Peterson Academy, where he gives his dissertations on the psychology of morality and all this. So he's an instructor, a teacher, whatever, at this overpriced, non-accredited academy, doing exactly pretty much the same thing. You want to be a better person. You want to learn something new. You want to be better. You want to better yourself. Sign up for my course or see my talk on the psychology of morality by Dr. Rob Henderson, doing exactly the same thing. Boom. There you go. Gotcha, bitch. He does the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. It's his same revenue model. Yeah. Hey, and you know what? I'm A+, man. Good on you. You can pull that off. That's like one of I have at least 3 or 4. I think he's done for Peterson Academy. Your academy, Rob, is just for Jordan Peterson, who, by the way, was on the list of like figures, the manosphere figures to